Hey sunshine, I'm Faith and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think it's pretty much an unspoken rule in pageantry by now that pageants are won in the interview room. If you can get the judges to fall in love with you and your personality and the things that you're passionate about, then you are totally going to nail your competition. So in this video, I am going to give you my 5 top tips to having a winning interview. First and foremost, when you are preparing for the interview competition, you want to make sure that you are knowledgeable about the system you're representing. So if you're like me and you're competing for USA National Miss, you want to be up to date on all of the latest things that USA National Miss is implementing, any of the changes that they're making. Of course, if you're competing this year, you want to know about their 10-year anniversary and the exciting things that they have coming up for that. You want to know all about the Crown Cares, what it stands for. You want to be making appearances for that. If you don't know about the Crown Cares, no worries, because I have a video coming with information all about that. And you also want to know about the positive pageantry movement. In general, no matter what system you're competing for, you want to know all about that system's platform, the things that are important to them, the qualities that they look for in their representatives, and you want to know how you can best represent the system and their movements. Next, when you are competing for a title, you want to make sure that you know your why. So in almost any pageant interview that you compete in, you are going to be asked why you want to be the title holder or some variation of this question. You might be asked what your plans are for the title, what qualities are important to you in a title holder, and things of that nature. And all of that really comes back to why you want this title, why you compete in pageants, why these things are important to you. So when you're preparing for your interview, you want to do some serious introspection and really get to know yourself and why competing in this pageant and being a representative for this system is important to you. My next tip is to write down your goals that you want to achieve as a title holder and make sure that you mention them in your interview. So when you do get that question, why do you want to be the title holder? What are you going to do with the title? Whatever it is, you can let them know these are my goals and these are what I'm doing now to achieve them. And when you say those goals, you want to be really specific in them. You don't want to go into the interview room and say, I want to be a role model for little girls across the state of Florida. That doesn't really tell the judges anything about you. That doesn't tell the judges how you're currently a role model to young girls, doesn't tell them how you're going to be a role model as a title holder. It just says that you want to be a role model. Nothing unique to you. Basically, anybody could take that answer and repeat it. And a lot of girls do actually say that in the interview room. So you want to make sure that if your answer comes down to the role model qualities that you want to promote and how you want to influence young women across your state, you want to make sure that you've got some specifics in that answer. So saying that during your year of reign, you want to present to 1,000 young girls about confidence and self-worth and how you're going to do that, maybe the places that you're going to appear. That answer is worlds away from that first answer of I want to be a role model. So make sure that you are being really, really specific about your goals and how you're going to achieve them when you're telling the judges about your goals in the interview room. I think it's kind of a tendency in pageantry to really, really rehearse the things that you're going to do, the things that you're going to say, but oftentimes it comes across really, really robotic. So my 4th tip is to make sure that when you're in the interview room, you are letting your natural, genuine self shine through. So the emotions that you're feeling, the excitement that you're feeling, the passion that you have for the things that you're talking about, make sure that all of that is coming through in your emotions and your body language. You don't want to be stiff. So maybe when you're practicing, try to practice with friends, practice with people that you're comfortable with, record yourself practicing so that you get used to your different mannerisms and things like that, and you can be kind of aware of your actions and your body language and your tone of voice and facial expressions in the interview room. You want to make sure that you are not kind of putting on a mask and tensing up when you go to talk to the judges, because it does seem really robotic. That's actually a comment that I've gotten so many times throughout my journey in pageantry, and I had to really, really unlearn a lot of the things that I was taught about kind of being a pageant patty, you know, where you kind of try to overly perfect everything so you can appear as the most poised title holder, but sometimes it just comes across as robotic or fake. So you want to make sure that you avoid that at all costs and just go in being yourself. You want to treat it like you're having a conversation with a friend or having coffee with somebody, you know. It's just a quick little getting to know you conversation. There's no need to over rehearse yourself or make it robotic. My final tip for competing in the interview competition is to make sure that you find a way to relax before you get into the interview room. And every girl has a different pre-interview ritual. For me, I know that I'm the type of person that really gets in my own head. If I sit there and think about something, I can literally dwell on it until I think of every possible way that it can go wrong, and it completely just ruins me for interview. It gets me so inside of my head that I can't relax and just be myself in the conversation. So I have to make sure that before the competition, I'm doing something that gets me out of my head. So maybe I'm talking to the other girls, maybe I'm talking to the director or my mom, or I'll listen to some pump up music. For me, that's 30 Seconds to Mars. I mean, headphones in, I'm like blaring it and headbanging. So if that's what you got to do for competition, then that's what you do for competition. Whatever it is that helps you feel your best, feel confident in yourself, and get out of your head when you're getting ready to compete, that's a great thing. It might be listening to music, it might be talking to other people, maybe you like to read, or maybe you're the type of girl who does need to be in her head and be focused on that competition. You kind of just need to try out some different things before competitions and during your preparations to see what works for you, but make sure that you have something that makes you feel relaxed and 100% prepared to walk in and be yourself in that interview room. And with that, those are my 5 top tips to win an interview. If you follow all of these and really take your interview preparation seriously, I promise that it'll make things a lot easier and it'll make you feel totally ready for the competition. So if you liked these tips and you want to see more, make sure you like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I can't wait to share all of my pageant knowledge with you. Remember to radiate positivity today and always, and I will see you guys in the next one.